Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily. My name is Aaron. There's actually a couple different pieces of news that I'm kind of excited to share with you today. For instance, Bitcoin's energy value looks super bullish. Bitcoin's intrinsic value has never been higher, according to this metric. And if you look at the past history of this metric, this is actually a very bullish indicator. We'll get into that. I want to talk about Ethereum, kind of a bullish thing happening with Ethereum. But overall, we're talking about recent cryptocurrency news. I'm going to keep you informed just like we always do. Hey, make sure you like the video, support the channel, and let's talk about this. We are in the wild, wild west of cryptocurrency. You'll be able to tell your grandkids about this time in cryptocurrency. So what are the kinds of things that goes on in the wild, wild west? Stuff like this. Dogecoin gains 20% amid TikTok pumping challenge. That's right, kids on TikTok are pumping Doge.
Everybody, please listen to me. This is Dogecoin. If you know nothing about investing, it doesn't really matter. Go put $25 into this, and that will be 10,000 shares, okay? And if this reaches $1, you will have made 10 grand. Please just try it out. Go pump it.
Take a look at this rip. If you are a Doge holder, you ought to be feeling pretty good. TikTok is a ruthless, cutthroat platform. But if you're holding Doge today, you're reaping the benefits. Now, before we get to the super bullish Bitcoin indicator, Bitcoin's energy value, and I do want to put it in context so you can understand, what this really means. Before we get to the Ethereum news, Binance, all sorts of stuff I want to clue you in on today. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about Bitcoin's correlation to the stock market. So, first of all, for years, Bitcoin was uncorrelated to the stock market and actually performed better than the stock market. It seems lately that Bitcoin and the stock market have been moving hand in hand. So, this worries a lot of people. A lot of people think, either this is a V-shaped recovery where this is the bottom, or it's not a V-shaped recovery and we might have lower to go. Well, one analyst thinks he's doubling down on his position that this is the bottom, and he explains why. And if that is the case, he's saying this, the S&P to 4,000. If that is the case, according to Plan B himself, he says, that makes Bitcoin at a price of 190,000 for the cointegration. Well, watch this. You'll see what I mean.
Why aren't you doubting your V-shaped thesis, given the data that we're seeing about the virus in the last 2 weeks?
I mean, y'all live in New York City. Go to the restaurants. Restaurants are full. Restaurants in St. Petersburg are full. The economy is doing a lot better than most of the economists think. So I think the economics are going to come on strong. I think earnings are going to do better than most people think. People are woefully underinvested. There's $5 trillion in money market funds. So, I think the markets are going up. I think they're going up a lot more than people think. I think, we may stall here for a while into the fall, into September, October, November. But I think you're going to get a rocket ship coming in the fall of this year. And I think the Dow's going to the S&P is going to trade out above 4,000.
Oh, what? We're at 3130 now, so that's more bullish than you've been in the past. So you said over 4,000 by the next how many months? 12 months? In
the next 12 months, I think the S&P will be above 4,000.
So that's about 25%.
Yeah.
Okay, then. This guy is bullish. Now, let me know if you think his analysis holds any water. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Here's the thing, guys. For years, Bitcoin has performed better than the stock market and has actually been uncorrelated, even if things aren't as bullish as this one analyst thinks. This could be the year that Bitcoin truly defines itself as a hedge. Now, with that being said, let's get to the main feature of today's video. A certain metric which determines Bitcoin's fair value is at a price of about $12,000 today. According to Bitcoin's energy value, it just hit an all-time high, and it says that Bitcoin's fair value is over $11,000, closer to $12,000. super bullish. And this is according to a digital asset manager and a guy who runs, like, he does trading. He's a kind of a big deal. To put this in perspective, because it's hard to kind of understand, let's take a look at, he tweeted about the same metric 7 days ago. So 7 days ago, when this metric took a little dip, this is what he said. He said, Bitcoin is overvalued for the first time since September of 2019 per energy value. Is that good news? Well, when the energy value bottoms and then trends up, it is often a big uptrend, particularly after the halving, which we've seen in the past. We are already getting signs of the daily energy value greater than the price. If this continues, expect a fast recovery. So this was 7 days ago. This was today. It happened, started trending up, new all-time high, super bullish. So, there's a lot of reason here. Before we get to the other recent news, let me address the controversy that happened in this video. Basically, maybe I could have made this video better. I was simply speaking to my own investing strategy and saying that I'm playing things conservative right now, only buying Bitcoin. So for me personally, I'm playing things conservatively, only buying Bitcoin. I wasn't, trying to tell anybody else how they should invest. It was only meant to disclose, what I'm doing. So apologies if this video came off wrong. I probably could have done it better, because there are plenty of other metrics that suggest that, things look bullish for other coins. I'm just playing things conservatively. Ethereum activity metric hits highest level for 2 years. So I happen to know for a fact a lot of Ethereum bulls are in the audience. The 7-day moving average of the numbers of active Ether addresses rose to 400,000 on Friday, a threshold not seen since May of 2018, according to data provided by Glassnode. So check this out. Active addresses are the number of unique addresses that are active in the network, either as a sender or receiver. Glassnode takes into account those addresses that were active in successful transactions, and a lot of people are transacting with Ethereum. So, this is what you would want to see if, there's going to be another bull run. You'd want to see metrics like this trending up. Now, with our final few minutes, let's just fly through the recent news. In the next 3 minutes, I'm going to drop 5 or 6 stories on you, keep you informed on a lightning pace. Binance expands fiat gateway to support 15 new national currencies. So take a look here. These are all the new fiat currencies, nationalized currencies that Binance now accepts. Doesn't seem like a huge deal until you think. I remember before 2018, there was a point in history, which I'm sure a lot of you guys remember, where you couldn't even use the US dollar. For some exchanges, you had to buy Bitcoin at a separate, like Coinbase or something, then transfer that Bitcoin onto the exchange to buy other cryptocurrencies. So the fact that this is happening, if you put it in perspective, it's actually a really big deal. The plumbing for cryptocurrencies, the infrastructure, continues to get built out. Block One co-founder Brock Pierce files to run for U.S. president. So you might know Brock Pierce as the swarmy guy from crypto, known for his role as the co-founder of Block One and EOS, and also the co-founder of Tether, which used to be called the Real Coin. Of course, if you're a true fan, you know him as the first kid. He's been in the White House before. Former U.S. Treasury Secretary, so this guy used to have Steve Mnuchin's job, Lawrence Summers expects a ton of innovation around stablecoins. He says, I'm sure there'll be a variety of kinds of innovation, but I'd be kind of surprised, and I've been surprised many times before, if we got to some kind of global digital currency in my lifetime, he said. I could be wrong. I think we'll see a ton of innovation that will work through stablecoins and that will permit cross-border exchanges with more ease. So in his lifetime, he expects to see a global stablecoin, sounds like. The U.S. probably, they're making that right now, Steve Mnuchin. Okay, and then for the final story of the day, I wanted to get this on your radar, because if you're a Bitcoiner, this is the kinds of building going on in the space that you should be excited about, because it's companies like Zap and their product Strike, and so the story is Bitcoin startup Zap is working with Visa now, but it's companies like this that's going to take Bitcoin from a store of value into a medium of exchange, within the next 5 to 10 years, whenever people are ready to spend their Bitcoin. In the future, you're going to do it on the Lightning Network. And that's what his company is. He's a Lightning Network developer. He's doing all sorts of cool things, incredibly user-friendly, incredibly fast. But more than that, he allows you to hold custody of your own keys and keep your privacy. You know what? I'm just going to leave the link to this in the description. If you're a Bitcoiner, I'd look into Zap, because this truly is the future. It's going to leave a lot of cryptocurrencies that are going after fast, cheap payments, money. It's going to leave cryptocurrencies like that in the dust in the future. Maybe not for this cycle, but definitely long term. All right, that is it for me today, my friends. My name is Aaron. Hey, give the video a like. Why not? I'll see you tomorrow.